the holidays with them. And it's even worse now that I moved out. I'm on my own, so I don't, always go visit my family like I should. And I do feel bad about it, but that's just how I've always been, very distant from my family.
I mean, I totally understand it. I totally understand that. Like, typically, a person says the opposite, and I would say what you just said. Like, I mean, we're not super close. Like, this Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'm going to be honest. Anything you ask me, I'm going to be completely honest. I will talk about anything. So, yeah, we're not.
This Thanksgiving, I would say, was the first time I spent it with, like, my mom and my brothers. Mm-hmm. Probably, like, since, like, 2011, maybe 2012 or something like that. Like, our family's just, we just got, things going on. And I just feel like, sometimes we're just better apart.
Right.
We
get along better with distance.
I
completely agree. But don't get me wrong, though. I mean, I still usually spend all of my holidays with my family. But with the job I have now, I have to work every single holiday, 365 days. They're open. So I work every holiday all day long. So this Thanksgiving was actually the first that I haven't spent with my family in a really long time.
Wow.
But as far as like preparing and traditions and stuff like that, no, I haven't done that since I was young. But I still decorated my whole entire house. It's decked out in lights and Christmas tree.
The good thing about that is that once I kind of got over not having traditions, I mean, that just leaves you open to have, your own traditions.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. That saves room for when I get older, I can save all these traditions for my own family because I don't want to be the way I was towards my family. I want my family to be very close. So.
That's easier said than done.
It is. No,
it is.
I don't know why. But I'm going to make it happen.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm pulling for you. So I definitely hope that you make it happen. So. Outside of now, I know that you're very interested in. Have you been to Europe?
I have not. I've been many, many places in the Caribbean, South America, or not South America, but just most of the Caribbean. And but I've never been to Europe. Both of my sisters have gone. They love it. My sister is in France right now, so
wow.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere in Europe specifically you'd like to see, or?
I'll probably start out, to be honest, in Ireland because they have an international business school there. I want to be everywhere, basically, while I'm down there. So I feel like where I stay is not really going to be. It's not going to be where I stay. And
it's very easy to get back and forth,
right?
In Europe, like you could, wake up in one country and then zip to 4 or 5 other countries.
In like 20 minutes, yeah.
Right. Which, I mean, and like, they're laughing at us. They're like, we've had this for like how many years? Like, right. I mean, it still takes us, if we wanted to go to California right now, we'd have to like take off of work.
I haven't even been to California. I really have not traveled in America barely at all. I've never been anywhere up north. Wow. So yeah, the furthest I've been is like DC.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That is, I see a lot of people who are more interested in traveling abroad than, seeing this over here. And I mean, and I get it because they got some cool shit over there.
Right.
But, it's just, I mean, I travel, these continental United States, mostly just out of convenience. I like to travel and see new things. And so it's just like, well, that's just 4.5 hours up the road. So right. I can go here, I can go there. So I do like to travel. I've been to California. It's what it looks like.
Is it?
Yes, this is it.
I bet. I would love to go there. Trust me, I would love to go there, but I'm just not as pressed.
Right. I mean, for a long time I was pressed, and I'm still kind of pressed. Like, I mean, if I were to stay here in the United States, which most likely I will, I'd love to live there. I mean, it's very expensive, but I mean, just being on that water, just the atmosphere, everybody's just like, I'm walking around doing all the tours.
There definitely are, the Californians are like a different species.
Right. I'm walking around like doing the whole tourist thing, looking like a tourist, camera around my neck, and like maybe 50 people gave me their business card, like, hey, I need headshots. I mean, like if I was living there, I would have had like
gigs on gigs.
And I'm like, I'm just walking around this one day of just walking, Hollywood Boulevard. People want me, all these people just assume that I live here and I'm a photographer and, they're willing to pay for headshots, but it's also super expensive to live.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to support myself just getting random gigs off the street.
Right.
I've been to Cali. I've been to, Chicago. I've been to Wisconsin, New York, plenty of times. I've been ripping and running through most of the states. I mean, there's still a lot I haven't seen, but I have been fortunate enough to see a good bit of the country. So I got this weird indicator that there's some connection between you and like nature, wildlife.
What made you get that indicator, if you don't mind me asking?
I saw you on a horse. I'll just say, like, I mean, just seeing you on a horse, you seem very comfortable. So I felt
extremely.
Okay, so I felt like you didn't look like this was your first time on a horse.
No, I own 3 horses. I've been riding horses since I was 8 years old. So I put more trust in horses than I do humans most of the time. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have always been a nature, I wouldn't say I'm like, oh, let's go hiking, or not let's go hiking, but let's go camp outside and sleep outside. I'm definitely not that type of girl. I don't like the bugs and stuff, but I do love horses. Not a huge dog or cat person, but as far as nature goes, I love to hike. I love to see new views. That's a very huge reason I want to move to Europe, is because it's so beautiful.
It is.
So.
Wow, 3 horses.
Yep. One's a pony. That's my baby.
Yikes. That's a very expensive undertaking.
I mean, I was fortunate to, be born into a family that was pretty well off, so my dad could take care of me and, give me the things that I wanted as a little girl. So, and I do still own them, still take care of them. Nice.
Well, I mean, as long as you taking care of them, then shit.
Oh, of course. I definitely don't ride them nearly as much as I used to, and I don't show because I used to compete, but I wish I did. I just am so wrapped up in life.
I get it. So what's maybe one thing that like you would like people to know about you? Like, I mean, I'm gonna, when I post this episode, I'm gonna like tell as many people as I can, like, hey, listen to this episode. Like, I do all my own everything for the most part,
right,
with the help of a few others. So I'm gonna like tell everybody I know, hey, listen to this episode. So what's like one thing that you feel like people should know about you?
I don't know. That's such a interesting question. I never thought about that before. Maybe that
what's one misconception that people have about you?
Oh, okay. Maybe not a misconception. A lot of people view me as, a bitch or things like that, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here. But
you can say whatever you want.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I mean, I don't say bitch a lot, but I definitely say every other word.
Well, that's a good thing that you don't say that word a lot, because it can be very offensive. But a lot of people do think I'm a bitch. I am. That's not a misconception, but I am when I need to be, and I can be as sweet as I want to be as well. So that would be one thing, but not anything that I feel like I need to throw out there and prove to anyone like I'm this person, not that person, because I really am more so of you can think whatever you want in the world, as long as I know what I want and I'm comfortable with who I am, then that's all that matters to me.
Excellent. Personally, I enjoy being a man. I think that, because like the things that females go through, I'm glad that I don't have to go through them, like, because it's very easy for people to know what I'm about, when I put my face out there, when I put my voice out there, but like, I don't have to worry about opening up my inbox and there being dick pics in there or,
right,
this or that. So I think that it's hard when, to be a young woman and you just out here trying to live life.
Right.
And then,
no, absolutely.
I think, like, and I'm watching, I'm just watching how people maneuver, especially via the internet. And a lot of people, they don't know how to handle themselves or conduct themselves. But it's even worse because there's like a filter in between you and the other person. So they make these, assumptions about you based off of what they see,
right,
who they see you with, or, these types of areas. So like, I'm all about just, breaking down barriers and shattering expectations. So
right. Well, the thing with me is I don't have too many barriers. I mean, when it comes to relationships, that's one thing, but I'm not very conservative, which is complete opposite from everyone in my family. I'm actually like the loud one, the crazy one, the one that will literally say anything at the spur of the moment. So I never really hold back much. So I think sometimes people have problems when they get to know me that they don't have anything to, like, they're almost overwhelmed. Like, whoa, like, give me a second. Let me break it down. Let me find out for myself. And instead I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
So how about that episode? Joining me today was Mackenzie, a local resident with big dreams and big ideas. I've never heard a female say they want to own a strip club. That would be interesting to see. Have you ever ridden a horse? I have, and I heard it takes some getting used to. How about Cali? Have you ever been there? I have, and it's as wonderful as you think. I love meeting people in my city and exchanging ideas and trading stories. If you like this episode, please like, rate, review, share, and subscribe to my podcast on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, TuneIn, and SplashJordan.com. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter at SplashJordan. Also follow my guest. She's a total sweetheart and very cool. Her Instagram is Siek Mackenzie, SIEK, and her Snap and Facebook is Mackenzie Siek. See you tomorrow for the continuation of Anne Friend's 30 for 30. Bye for now.